Hey everybody, it's Mine Shaw with RVMax.us, and today I have this 2005 Prevost Liberty coach.
So, about 6 months ago, a huge service was done to this coach that included all of the batteries being replaced and all of the fluids being changed, from the coolant down to the differential fluid. But not only did it receive a huge service, it also got nearly $30,000 in updates. And we're going to talk about those updates as we go through the coach today. But what I'm really trying to do here is convey how it feels to actually be in person with this coach and to use it and to interact with it. I hope I did a good job here, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start in the usual spot.
In 2005, Prevost used larger 365 size front and tag tires. We also have independent front suspension, and Prevost does a really good job of giving you a refined feedback through the steering wheel.
The feedback you get as a driver in this bus comes in so pure. It makes the driving experience extremely enjoyable, and the transmission retarder is a cherry on top.
So at the front of the coach, it's actually prepared to have a bra. So you could easily get a button bra and put it on here because you already have the buttons mounted in the coach. And it looks like the bus has spent most of its miles with the bra on, because aside from 2 or 3 little small rock chips up here, the face of the bus is in excellent condition. So Liberty Coach only uses Prevost pneumatically operated slide outs, which are equipped with inflatable and deflatable seals around them. And they're so well sealed that you're supposed to operate them with either a window or a door open to allow air in, as the suction created by the sealer on the slide when you operate it have been known to blow people's windows out. That's pretty wild. So you might be thinking to yourself, Mayan, how does that actually work? Well, how it works, when you first press the button, the slide will initially deflate the seal around the slide. After that, it will relieve tag axle airbag pressure in order to reduce any potential strain that could happen to your chassis while extending the slide. After those two things happen, you'll hear the big, massive locks, which look like they were stolen right out of a bank vault. They'll retract into the coach, and then the slide will pneumatically extend itself. Once it's fully extended, it will automatically reinflate that seal around the slide to give you that airtight and watertight seal. Let's talk about the plumbing bay for a minute.
This is one of the most beautiful plumbing bays you'll see on a bus. You've got polished copper, polished stainless steel, pneumatic air valves that sound so satisfying whenever you operate them. It also has an auto water fill and a tank drain as well, a freshwater tank drain. Kind of weird, I've never seen that on a coach before, but definitely beneficial in some situations when you're looking to winterize your coach or you just want to get some fresh water in your tank. Hot, no pun intended, fresh water. You can just push a button from inside. Also, Liberty Coach uses hard-walled copper plumbing throughout the coach. The coach is equipped with a Sensa tank system, which has the capability of sounding an alert if your waste tank reaches 90%, and or if your fresh tank reaches 10%. This would allow you to never look at tank monitors, and whenever they go off, as long as you're plugged into full hookups, you can empty your waste tank as well as fill your fresh tank from inside, not even requiring you to go out, which can be extremely convenient in a lot of situations. I don't know how many times I've been caught right as I get in the shower. I'm ready to go. I'm looking forward to this nice hot shower. And then I realize my gray tank is full. Oh my, it is one of the most devastating feelings, having to go out in the cold and open up your tank just so you can take a shower is so painful. But in this coach, you don't have to do that. There's a button like 3 steps away from the shower. Super convenient. To the left of the plumbing bay is where you'll find a 17.5 kilowatt PowerTech turbo diesel generator that sits on airbags to reduce vibration. The bus has an accessory air system with a brand new piston air pump that will maintain the accessory air pressure while parked. So the airbags sitting under that generator will stay inflated, and all of your pneumatic pocket doors and air systems will work just as usual with the engine shut off. So the compartment to the left of the generator and plumbing bay is a space that houses bus air and cruise air components. And there's no handle on this door. There's a little tab in the plumbing bay that you pull back, and that releases the door latch. To the left of the AC compartment is where you'll find 2 Hart interface inverters, as well as breaker boxes and fuse boxes. And all of these fuses and breakers are labeled with a number system, so with a little help from the manual, you can easily track down a fuse or a breaker to a correlating system whenever you need to. Also, the grille on these two doors that is inlaid in the stainless steel looks fantastic. And that brings us to the pass-through storage compartment, which is just decked out in stainless steel and carpeting. You've also got your two Liberty Coach fold-out chairs that are mounted in the wall of the door. And of course, the slide-out tray mechanism that you actually touch, the handle is stainless steel. So it just feels so well built when you pull it out. It's a great mechanism. This compartment looks beautiful, and it also provides you with a good amount of storage space.
When I first saw it after it got detailed, I had a smile from ear to ear. It's a beautiful bus. It's an absolute stunner. Some of the details are very fun to look at. The paintwork was done by Prevost, and you'll see intricate little complex details, such as the frosting in one of the main stripes in the coach. But it's a perfect balance between that intricate complexity in the paintwork to elegant and exquisite designs with the actual design of the striping, the colors, the whole combination of the exterior on this bus is fantastic to look at.
This is the legendary 14-liter Detroit Series 60. And this one has been chipped by East Tennessee Luxury Coach to make 575 horsepower, and you can definitely feel the difference. On top of that, they changed all of the belts and all of the fluids, from the coolant to the differential fluid. Everything was changed, as well as the chassis starting batteries, the generator battery, the generator oil and fuel filters were also changed. This coach has a new air filter on the 14-liter Detroit. So a huge service was just done to the entire bus. They did the Allison transmission bolt update as well. And this has the 4000 series Allison transmission, which is another legendary component mounted to that 14-liter Detroit Series 60. And of course, it has the Allison transmission retarder. And I can't wait to talk more about that when we get on the test drive. But for now, we're going to talk about this bus air. So this is the bus air compressor, and this system has 150,000 BTUs of heating power and 120,000 BTUs of cooling power. Think about it. This system is made to heat and cool a bus with up to 47 passengers. So with just a couple of people in it, it can cool you down or heat you up very, very quickly, surprisingly quickly. I just took a 2005 Venturi coach that you'll be seeing more of coming soon to the beach, and it went from 86 degrees in the coach down to about 73 in about 10 minutes.
Your best friend, the light. So I can't really continue talking about the exterior without talking about the lighting this bus is equipped with. Liberty Coach has always added excellent exterior lights, and this bus in particular has upgraded LED lights out here, so you can have a legitimately well-lit nighttime experience whenever you want. Oh, and it has upgraded underlighting as well.
To wrap up what I wanted to show everyone on the exterior of this coach, we're going to talk a little bit about the passenger side storage compartment. So with the first one I want to talk about here, we have an exterior shower on the passenger side of the coach. This is an extremely rare artifact. I've seen a couple of Prevost converters do this, Liberty Coach being one of them, and all I can say is I wish more manufacturers did this. In the compartment next door, we have some bus air components again, and a compartment next to that, we have a small storage compartment that is lined with a thick carpet, which is pretty nice. And it's a sizable storage compartment. It's not pass-through, but it's pretty big. And next to that, we have, of course, our pass-through storage compartment. And the shocks are so strong on these doors that you really don't have to put too much effort into them. You just open the latch, which, by the way, extremely satisfying to operate. And then you kind of pull it up part of the way, and then it takes itself all the way up. It's a pretty cool system, just mechanical, and it's nice to operate. With that, let me show you the interior. So over the last couple of weeks, I spent a lot of time with this coach. I've actually spent a few nights in it as well, just to get a little better feel for what the coach is actually like to use. And this is the classic approach to a luxury cabin space.
For example, the woodwork has been done in a way that exhibits extreme skill in a subtle, refined manner. This interior is not only full of incredibly high quality materials, it's been done in a way that shows Liberty Coach's style. And you can certainly see it. I mean, we have coffered ceilings in here, which is something you'd expect from this style of interior, but something you wouldn't necessarily expect is Alcantara instead of wallpaper and Alcantara padding along the walls. So right off the bat in the salon area, you'll notice part of the new updated floor. And it's been done in a superbly professional manner. It's flush with the tile flooring in the back, and it fits perfectly in this S curve, which looks pretty lazy and simple, but that kind of woodwork requires a lot of skill. And it's also perfectly rounded around the throttle and brake pedal too. Now this couch right here, I just absolutely love this couch. The couch not only looks comfortable, but is comfortable, and that's a theme we see throughout the bus, especially in the salon and galley area. Now over here, we've got one of the crushed on controllers. It's a touchscreen. You can take it off and still use it like a tablet. Now if you wanted to, you could have the coach updated for a couple of grand to an iPad setup, but really it's not necessary because you can still use everything. You can turn on the surround sound system from here, in the bedroom and in the salon area. The climate, I mean, you can control most everything through here. So, and the batteries are still good too, so you can use them wirelessly. Now here is sort of this drop zone area, and that's kind of like how I would use it. So I would set my keys here and, you know, other random miscellaneous stuff that I have in my pocket. I would set it right there on that little drop zone, and it looks really nice too. It's got that beautiful curving to it and this nice little pattern that all of, or most all of the Corian has in it, sort of tapers down and curves off. Now up top, we've got an updated Samsung Smart TV. And on the passenger side of the bus, we've got a nice recliner here and just a great work spot or just a chill spot. You can have countertop space, you have countertop space on both sides, and you can sort of use this in two positions, if you will. So you can take this chair and sort of turn it, and then you've still got counter space over there, and there's actually a manual switch control for all the shades up front. Oh, and by the way, speaking of shades, all of these shades have been updated to the newer style that sort of allows you to have more transparency through it. So they're the modern shades, and they're a big update from the shades that they put in this coach in 2005. So the kitchen countertop space is pretty extensive, and it's been executed in a very unique fashion with this multi-layer setup. So you've got this piece up here and just multi-layers here with a beautiful little lip on the edge of this. So if you spill something, it's not going to go down the side. And of course, Liberty Coach has to do a pneumatic extension here, which is kind of a party trick, but it's also pretty useful. You get a little extra countertop space here. Now we've got, of course, like a designer Moen faucet. Now here, it's actually pretty usable. There's a lot of space here, a lot of cabinet space. This is like a built-in towel or a paper towel rack. And then here, we've got this beautiful built-in wine glass holder. It looks really nice. This is like a thick carpet on the bottom. All the woodwork is beautiful. That's an air vent for one of your cruise airs. And over here, this is where our microwave oven is. And those pieces slide back so you can have it revealed, and you don't have any cabinets getting in your way for you to bang your head on. And of course, there's a convection microwave oven, standard procedure. Now right here is a pretty cool little pantry area. Very useful, well built. Yeah, the backsplash is very unique. Up close and in person, it's just superb. It's just enough sort of flair and flamboyance, but not too much, because again, this is sort of the classic interior, and this is what I think Liberty Coach does the best, is sort of add their intricate details, but they don't get carried away and do crazy stuff that takes away from that comfortable, warm interior feel. Now this grill right here is one of many grills in the bus that ducts bus air, because of course this is a bus air coach. Now down here we've got a Gaggenau dual burner electric stove. Apologize to you Gaggenau enthusiasts because I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. Now down here we've got a trash can on a slide. I love this. Most convenient in my opinion. A lot of space down there. Our Sub-Zero, I believe it's a 700 series refrigerator that is made to be hidden within the cabinetry of this coach. And again, all the cabinetry and all these pieces just look so beautiful. You kind of forget they're actually useful too, besides just being there to look good. Now, before we move on from this area, we've got an electric heater down there, which I find to be in a perfect location because just kind of keep your feet warm in the wintertime. I mean, the coach is very well controlled as far as climate goes. But yeah, I like having that there. Now, right here, we've got this beautiful LED backlit pantry space. And I love the LED addition that was recently done. It's very well lit in there. And again, this is where you start to see some of that Alcantara that continues through the bedroom of the coach. All on the wall is this padded Alcantara. It's a gorgeous material. And of course, this beautiful woodwork down below. Now, this piece right here is what's pretty unique to this coach. Now, this was done by East Tennessee Luxury Coach, and it looks factory as far as I'm concerned. It's a beautiful little breakfast bar here, and these can swivel, and then they slide slowly back into place. These are really high quality chairs. The woodwork down there looks beautiful, and I just ran into a cabinet. But the woodwork down here looks absolutely fantastic. Goes super well with that original padding Alcantara back there. I really like this because you can sit here and enjoy looking out in this beautiful view at whatever spot, especially if you're down in the Key West. Hint, hint. You get a great view out of the coach. Let me show you all the bathroom and bedroom area. One of the most important things to a luxury bus. And I'm going to open this door with this little tablet. So welcome to the bathroom area of this bus. And we're going to start out here. So right when you walk in on the left, you've got a Bosch washer dryer stack set up. And a little bit of storage underneath as well. And look at this. This is where you really start seeing a lot of Alcantara. And you'll see it here, the rest of the way into the bedroom, on the ceiling. Obviously, all of the ceilings are Alcantara, but it's even on the walls back here, which is pretty neat. Now, this bathroom and this floor plan is very unique. So you've got a pocket door right here that leads to your bedroom, and you've got a pocket door over there that leads to the little toilet room. And I'm going to keep that shut for now. And you'll see, because I have a point to prove here. So as you step back in here, to be completely fair and honest, this area looked a little small to me when I first saw the coach. But when you actually sit down on this toilet, you actually have a good bit of space here. And it's like you're in a little capsule, especially with this door shut, because there is an air pocket door right here. So there's plenty of space around me, even though it doesn't look like much. And when you're in here, again, it feels like you're in some extreme, super high-end luxury airplane. This bathroom, that's the vibe I get. Now right here, again, beautiful backsplash tile with that little matching piece that matches the floor. It's really cool that they continued this right here in this little area. There's a lot of that in this bus, a lot of stuff that was done purely for style. Now right here is a shower. And this is a gorgeous shower. All this stonework looks fantastic. There's even a hard surface place where you can put soap, where you can put your shampoo, anything like that. I like that it has a dedicated spot, a nice little bench that doesn't really look like a bench. It looks like a table. It's pretty beautiful. Again, hard surface. This is a very warm and cozy shower. And of course, we have a thermostatically controlled faucet. So you'll always get the right amount of water. And another side note, there's just a slight angle on all this tile to the centerpiece. And that may sound kind of stupid to point that out. But there are, believe it or not, some coaches that have perfectly flat bottoms, which is pretty infuriating. You better get that coach very, very well leveled. So I like that they have a little bit of an angle, so you're never going to have water camping out in any of the corners. Well, it makes me uncomfortable to do that. Let's take a step into the bedroom area. And as you come into the bedroom area, there's a cool little piece here. Again, something that Liberty put in here purely for style. And it's well lit. It's got its own LED light in there. And this cool multi-level Corian. And just the woodwork and the backsplash tile, I mean, it looks fantastic. And then of course you've got your buttons right here. Galley pocket door, so you can shut that door up there and shut this door as well. Let me open this bedroom pocket door. And before we move on from this piece, this is what I meant earlier when I was talking about how Liberty Coach, they make it have a lot of storage in here, but it doesn't look like that. Everything looks styled. Like this piece right here, it looks like it's just a pure style piece, right? Like I literally just said it was, but aha, it's not. If you open up this piece right here, you've got a lot of storage there, and you can adjust those racks as well so you can get them exactly where you need them to be. There's more storage hidden over there. There's a lot of storage in here that doesn't look like storage. I really like that. So, welcome to the bedroom space. All right, so this bedroom is really big for a bus. You have this entire space right here. It's almost like an entryway to the bedroom that's included in the bedroom space because there's a pocket door right there. Another thing that's very nice about this bedroom, and I would say overall this bedroom is extremely warm, cozy, and just comforting to stay in. But I think one of those factors that contributes to it being that way is this beautiful Alcantara padded wall and the ceilings being Alcantara. And of course you see the updated floor in here, and the woodwork done by East Tennessee Luxury Coach is absolutely fantastic. You'll notice that this piece right here, this entire piece has been built by them. And this just has excellent trim pieces out here, beautiful woodwork. Look at the hinges that they've done on these. Just like factory, this is exactly what you see at a factory. This feels extremely well built, Corian on top, and it saves a little space as well. Now back here, they've also edited this main wardrobe. And I personally really like the way this is set up because the original 2005s, most of them, had a wardrobe that came out this way, so it was kind of at an angle. It's honestly a little weird. Of course, it was still a huge wardrobe, but this way it's more flush. It looks a lot better. It looks more clean, and I think this woodwork is, I think it's a little better than the original woodwork. Come look at this, the work they've done on these pieces. The sliders feel fantastic. The wood is super thick, and just these pieces feel so solid. This entire area feels solid, and they even replaced the LEDs in the wardrobe when they just changed them out. And they come on, every time you turn the lights on, they just have this soft fade into the full bright mode. It's fantastic. But there's a lot of space. Look at all these drawers. Even this piece right here. Look at that. They made this custom piece to fit over that lip. You see the shape of this drawer? That's pretty special. And you don't see that really anywhere else, especially for these 05, 06 Liberty coaches. Now this, of course, is a king size bed. And in the back of the bus, they use a different trim piece here. This is like it's like a different type of Alcantara. In fact, all of the walls back here are Alcantara. And you might hear a little bit of echoing right now just because of how the microphone's set up and because I'm talking pretty loudly. But you definitely notice a difference in echo when you come back into the bedroom of this bus because of all these Alcantara padded walls and ceilings. This is even an Alcantara. But this area right here is full of huge windows. So when you wake up in the morning, I mean, you can get really, really bright in here just with natural lighting, which I find to be absolutely essential. And when you're laying down here, this piece of glass is just gorgeous. It doesn't have any seams. There's no framing in it. It's just there to let light in and to let you see out. Now in the back here, we've got the more original electric shades that are of course controlled through all the touchscreens and the Crest-On system. And I kind of like that for the bedroom because personally, I don't really like those shades that change their opacity at your will in the bedroom, because the bedroom, I just want, when the shades are down, I want privacy. At least that's how I feel. But they're still electric shades. They're great. They all work back here. Every single window is covered up. Now this is another pretty unique thing. So you have access, of course, from up there to this toilet area. I'm going to go ahead and shut that pocket door right there. And right here, and by the way, this is a minor thing. You have access to your bathroom. But the minor thing I was speaking of is this doorknob feels excellent. It just feels so well made. Whenever you operate it, it's so heavy and just dense. It feels nice. And look at this door. All Alcantara. And check this out. Alcantara on the side. They did not have to do this. They could have gotten away with being a little cheap and saving by not putting the Alcantara and continuing it on all these pieces, even up on the ceiling. Isn't that fantastic? And look at the woodwork back where this piano hinge is set. It's pretty epic. But as you walk into here, you have, of course, access to your bathroom here. So you can totally have this entire suite back here as your master suite. No one can get back to your bathroom. It's all connected. It's pretty fantastic. But I think that concludes the interior. And for those of you who know, you know what that means. It's time to go hit the road with this coach. Let's do it. So you can really feel the power difference that chip up makes in this coach. And it's not like night and day, but there's definitely more power than a standard coach would have. I've actually driven another 05 Monterey edition, extremely similar coach, and it's definitely a power upgrade from that. But the side cameras are nice. They come on automatically when you hit your indicator stalk, as you would imagine. And this coach really drives like what you would imagine a Rolls-Royce bus would feel like. They're all about feedback. There's so much feel coming through the steering wheel, through the chassis itself, and just the sheer rigidity of the chassis is just fantastic to feel. This is the transmission retarder. It goes all the way up through 6. And it just feels so well built. Every time you operate it, it's so satisfying to operate. But not only is it satisfying to operate, it's fantastic to drive with, especially if you plan on towing something or towing a lot. But beyond just being able to add to your stopping force, it's also something that allows you to mitigate acceleration when you're going down big hills. It is somehow managed to handle in a way that an enthusiast would enjoy while also being extremely comfortable. It's the best of both worlds for a coach. That's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any interest in it, please give me a call or text at 864-376-5600. This bus is not perfect, however, it's in excellent condition, and the maintenance and update it just received put it well beyond most other coaches. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.